Hello and welcome to ToffeeStats, the Match Stats Show. After Everton lose at the Emirates again, 2-0 this one, as Arsenal steal all 3 points from an unlucky Everton, as Dalman takes the accolades. And left it until the 89th minute to get on the score sheet. Everton did enough, I think, through the game to deserve more than 0. But Gyökeres was on hand, and then Dalman counters at the end when Everton were pushing from a corner. And it ended 2-0. So we'll look at the match stats from Arsenal 2, Everton 0. 25 shots from Arsenal. They did have a lot of shots that went wide or over and didn't really test Pickford that much. He did pull off a worldie, which we'll talk about in a minute, and which wasn't an opportunity. But yeah, 2.7 expected goals from Arsenal. I think the 2 goals they scored were probably 0.99 each of the hosts. But yeah, I think we did enough. McNeil was unfortunate on 2 occasions. Pass accuracy not so good from us, but yeah, it was expected at the Emirates the possession would be as it was, and yeah, I don't think the stats really tell the full story. Look at the match in moments now, and Everton started first few minutes very brightly. Before Pickford he pulled off a worldie that was offside. He would save the season job if it hadn't been. Califorio then blocks McNeil. McNeil hits the post. We missed the follow-up. We get to half-time. Started brightly second half. Raya had to stick out a foot to save before Eze got close with a left-foot curler. We had an opportunity from a Ghana cross that went just wide before Gyökeres and Dalman wrapped up the points in what was probably a little bit undeserved. But that's what champions do. When they're not playing so good, they take the points. Let's have a look at the player ratings now. And starting goal like we always do. I don't think Pickford did himself any favours with their first goal. I mean, stay in your line or come out and make a solid touch. He did sort of neither. And yeah, we conceded late. He made a couple of good saves, other saves in the match. But yeah, he's probably got fault for their opener. Defence, I thought Ghana was solid at right back. He's a good right back, but he's not as good as when he's in the middle controlling things. Maybe we missed a bit of him in the middle of the park. But yeah, those injuries to Tarkowski and Branthwaite, I assume they're injuries, meant Keane and O'Brien partnered up. I thought Keane was very good. He's solid. Had that moment when VAR ruled his contact with Havertz, who I think was already going down, not a penalty. And he made a lot of clearances. I thought he had a good game. O'Brien was solid enough. I think the way we played as a team meant that the 2 centre-backs weren't tested a lot. Havertz holding the ball up, but it sort of ended up out wide, and then it ended up with a long shot from range from Eze or a cross that was dealt with. On the left, I didn't think Nikolenko did very well. As I've been saying, when he has Branthwaite on his side, a better player. Keane on his side, not so much. Maybe feels like he has to do a bit more running, a bit more tracking. But yeah, Saka and then later on Dalman, gave them problems. In the midfield, I thought Gay looked all right. He covered a bit of ground, but it was a defensive job for all 3 of those midfielders. I think Irabunim had a really good game, considering he's not been playing so much. I think he's got a lot to come. I think keeping hold of him is a wise move for Everton. Ahead of him, Dewsbury Hall kind of probably sums up how you're going to play at the Emirates, where you're behind the ball a lot of the time. And yeah, he wasn't effective going forward. Had an opportunity But yeah, he was doing a lot of the running and the covering and the blocking the channels, but not a lot advanced from him. On the wing and Jai, he had a quieter game in normal, a couple of dribbles, but nothing too spectacular. McNeil had a decent enough game. I think we've seen good parts of him this last couple of weeks. And Beto, he ran the line okay, but not a lot of service. And most of the subs were on too late to really affect the game. So my man of the match going to be Michael Keane, pushed I think by Iwabunin, could have given it to him. But yeah, in 19 minutes he had plenty of touches, very accurate. He often doesn't have an accuracy quite that high. But yeah, 16 contributions. He got in the way. He did everything he's been doing all year. At 7.3, I'll go in slightly above his average. Had a couple of poor games, but he's been effective this year. And I think keep him for another year if no other central defenders are signed. It's not a bad option. And up next, we are hosting Chelsea. It's another Saturday's 5:30 live on Sky Sports, kind of a fixture. Let's try and carry on the good home form from the Burnley match. So thank you very much for watching the Match Stats Show, and we'll see you in the next one.